O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 15 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment tonight, politics in a sorority situation in Alabama. Joining us now from Santa Barbara, the sage of Southern California, Dennis Miller. Anybody on the Republican side impressing you these days, Miller?
By the way, Billy, I got into that last segment late. Was that guy bragging that he tagged someone named Mary Lee?
No, it was a shark, Miller. It wasn't a person.
I thought, wow,
the shark.
This show is loosening up.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the GOP. Listen, I'll be honest with you. The Bureau of Elections could print the ballots up right now and just put Hillary, not Hillary. And I'm voting for the not Hillary thing, because Hillary is more full of it than it is full of itself. All right? I know half the country, like me, don't believe in her. Half the country thinks she waddles on water. So I'm voting whoever goes against her.
All right. But, look, these guys have been around now for a while. And, passers-by, you see, you hear.
Well, I got some thoughts, Billy.
All right.
I got thoughts. I like Trump. I like Trump because it'd be nice to have somebody who would get onto Air Force One and think that he was slumming it as far as private air travel goes. And I also like the fact that he answers a lot of questions. You know what I mean? Hillary, her server, it just turns out, was in the bathroom where Clemenza taped the gun for Michael. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. And, I like the way Trump raised his kids. His kids seem cool. And this country right now is a big, unruly kid. So I like the idea of him stepping in. Plus, he's a great stick in the eye to liberals. They hate him. So I like driving them crazy as much as they want to drive me crazy with Hillary and say, oh, no, she's great. And I go, she's not great. I want to drive them crazy with Trump. Now, listen, he has rough edges, so I think they should run him with Ben Carson, because they could do a good cop, bad cop thing, because Carson's so mellow, and Trump can say the wild-ass thing, and then Carson can come in and say, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to tell you my friend Donald didn't really mean that. But I think as this race progresses, they ought to turn it into a big episode of Celebrity Apprentice where Trump starts firing the other 16. You're gone. You're fired. You're gone.
The problem is that with Dr. Carson is that Trump really does mean that. Suddenly, and so Carson's so honest.
I haven't read his whole immigration thing, but they say it's crazy. But is it not crazy having 12-year-olds show up without their parents at borders? Is it not crazy letting a guy go six times so he kills some beautiful young girl in San Francisco? It's not crazy now? Come on. Of course it's crazy now.
And that's why Trump has taken on so much importance, because people know it's insane, and he's the guy that is spotlighting it. Okay.
Billy, I love Carly, too. And if I was Carly Fiorina, I'd come out tomorrow like Elizabeth Warren and say I had Indian blood. That would help her. She had to turn into an Indian, like Dances with Donors over there on the other side. And if I had my dream ticket, Ross Perot's still alive. So I made a little mock poster up. Perot in the one spot and Jeanine Pirro in the second spot. And then their campaign ad can be Perot and Pirro get the country back to Paro. There you go.
All right, we only have a minute left. I got to show you this recruiting video from the University of Alabama, a sorority. Go. Now, Waters immediately joined that sorority, but there's a lot of people very angry about it. Are you angry about that recruitment
Everybody's
thing?
angry about everything. So young girls who are pretty want to look pretty on the current medium. Young girls in the cave times wanted to look pretty in cave wall drawings. If these kids want to get off the hook, they ought to say this. They ought to say that they're actually a male fraternity and they're transitioning into becoming a female sorority as we speak. They'll end up on the cover of Vanity Fair magazine, and if Trump is listening, I want to be your press secretary. Give me a call.
Man, that's a great idea, Miller. Have you out there introducing Trump? Boy, talk about crowds.
Donald. I want to get in that press room.
Dennis Miller, everybody, a quick reminder, with the sellout in Charlotte, Miller and I have just 5 Don't Be a Pinhead shows coming this fall. All brand new material because of the political situation. We hope to see you in St. Louis, Chicago, South Florida at the Hard Rock Hotel, Phoenix, and in Vegas at Caesars Palace. Show's a blast. Info on BillO'Reilly.com. Women gone wild in Times Square, New York on deck with Mayor de Blasio says he's going to crack down on it. Next.